Same as the way as it would collect the fanatics. Of course, in every movement of that sort, there are fanatics. Emily Davison was a fanatic.
Was she? Tell me a bit about her. I think you probably discussed her a bit in your book, didn't you? But
yes.
What do you remember of her? Because she worked in your department.
Yes, she did. She would give me a hand. She wasn't. She used to come and give me a hand, you know, and help. She was smouldering, absolutely smouldering. That you never knew what she was going to do next. We used to say, "Oh, Emily's not here today. What's she up to?" You see. And I think I told. I think I don't know. I said in my book that I lent her 5 shillings, and she didn't come the next day. And that was when she started filing the letterboxes. I think she spent my 5 shillings on phosphorus. So I always felt her accessory.
Were you ever tempted to do any work like that yourself? I mean, direct
no
militancy. I mean, was that, why weren't you really?
Well, I was full up.
Yes. You mean you were busy doing other things?
Yes, I was full up with it.
Yes, yes. I must say, putting phosphorus in letterboxes is a bit much.
Oh, well, I don't. That was entirely her own, you see. Fanatics like she was did these things on their own, and the union was absolutely loyal to them. They never disowned it, you see. They always backed them up. But I think Mrs. Pankhurst and Christabel must have had some bad moments.
Because that's the thing one tends to forget. The leaders not only lead, but they're pushed, aren't they?
Yes.
I mean, they're dragged along by
yes.
their
And they would never denounce their people, you see.
Yes, that's interesting. So anyway...
Because nobody knew that Emily Davison was going to do the Derby.
No. She wasn't working under you then, was
yes, she was. She was working, yes. She only used to come from time to time, you know. She wasn't a regular worker.
Was she?
It was at that moment, that was the time when the officers had been raided. All the heads of the departments had been taken away. Miss Carr was taken away from the general office, and I was put in charge of the general office then.
Oh, really?
And directly Emily Davison's thing occurred, and all the press rushed up to the general office wanting a statement. Well, I didn't know the first thing, you see, and Grace was in hiding. And all I could do was to say I'd got no statement to make.
You were in charge of the whole machine at that time?
Just at the moment.
Yes.
Temporarily, until we got things going again.
That must have been quite a frightening experience, actually, being in charge of a huge machine like that in a crisis.
Well...
you know. But was Emily sort of competent about day-to-day things? I mean, was she...
I should think she's more a scholar, really.
Rather like Ita Lamb, in a way, was she?
Yes, only quite a different temperament.
Yes.
She was a smouldering flame. You never knew what was going to happen next.
What do you mean by smouldering? I mean...
You felt she was always waiting for the next thing to do, you see.
She was sort of tense, wasn't
yes,
she? Sort of,
yes.
Yes.
We never were sure what she would do, you see.
Yes.
And then it culminated in the Derby.
Yes. That was extraordinary business. I mean, it's still a bit of a mystery, isn't it? Nobody quite knows whether she intended to kill herself or whether...
Apparently not, because she'd bought a return ticket. No, I think she was just, I don't suppose she intended. She was perfectly prepared to take the risk.